Hey! Welcome back to Coffee Talk English, the show where you make English learning fun, real, and super chill. Okay, I'm Sarah, your English buddy, and today we are diving into something that confuses a lot of learners, but also makes conversations way more fun. What it is? We're talking about acronyms. Those little letter combos like BRB, LOL, OMG, FYI, and so on. Have you heard about them? English speakers use them all the time in text messages, on social media, even in real conversations. So, today, let's break them down together, one sip of coffee at a time. Ready? Let's go! First thing first, what's an acronym? It's a word made up of the first letters of other words. Yeah, you hear it right. For example, OMG, oh my god. We use this when we're shocked, surprised, or excited. OMG, this cake is amazing. Repeat after me. Oh my god. Great. Next, LOL. Laugh out loud. We say this when something is really funny, but nowadays, we also just say it out of habit. Like, for example, you fell asleep during the meeting. LOL. Repeat after me. Laugh out loud. Great! Next, we also have BRB. Yeah, you sounded really weird, but BRB. Be right back. Super common in chats or even in person, or if you love gaming, usually they use this also to chat with one another. For example, I need to pee. BRB. Repeat after me. Be right back. Alright, awesome. Can you feel the rhythm? This makes your English sound quick, casual, and modern. Now, let's spice things up. Here are some acronyms that are super useful in everyday conversations. You ready? FYI, for your informations. I think you've heard this lot of time these days, yeah? For example, FYI, the meeting starts at 3. It's like saying, just so you know, the meeting starts at 3. Something like that. Okay? And then TMI, too much information. He told me about his foot fungus. Ew, TMI. Have you heard about it? Yeah. Use it when someone is oversharing. You know, sometimes nowadays people love to chat and then the chat itself spiraling into things that we don't want to hear. For example, like this foot fungus. Ew. And then next we have IDK. Hey. Do you know IDK? I don't know. What? Yeah, you hear it right. IDK means I don't know. What's the Wi-Fi password? I don't know. Ask the barista. Easy, quick, and chill. But yeah, I found this a lot in conversation, while this is also being used a lot in chat, yeah, in messages. And then next we have ASAP. I think we use this a lot, yeah? As soon as possible. For example, send the file ASAP. People love to try to pronounce it that way. It sounds urgent, but not rude. Yeah, it is good when you try to rush someone, but not try to be rude to them. Okay, let's practice together. Please repeat after me, okay? FYI, for your information. Great. TMI, too much information. Great. IDK, I don't know. And last, ASAP, as soon as possible. Great. You might be wondering, do people really say this out loud? Yeah, you hear it right. Sometimes, like we have discussed earlier about, we found this words a lot during the text messages compared to oral conversation. But the fact is, yes, all the time. Let's do a short role play between two friends. Okay, just let's hear some conversation between these two friends. Okay. OMG, did you see the group chat? Lol, yeah. TMI from Jake. I know, right? It was like, BRB, I need to leave that chat. Okay, that's a really simple conversation that we can try. Try it with me. I'll say a line, then you repeat, okay? So I want you to be able to recite it. Try to speak it out loud. So next time you have conversation with your friends, you will be more confident in saying it, okay? OMG, did you see the group chat? Lol, yeah. TMI from Jake. BRB, I need to leave that chat. Awesome! Now you sound like a native friend. Give applause! Ooh, I love that. Okay, now ready for some internet slang? Yes, internet slang. These acronyms are all over Instagram, TikToks, and chats. For example, like DM, direct message. Just DM me your number. Did you ever try to speak like this, or have you heard someone speak like this? Just DM me your number. Yeah. And then go on with BFF. Best friends forever. She's my BFF since high school. Yes, you hear it right. You might hear this when you watch some teen drama, maybe, or someone that being best friends since they were high school. This acronym used a lot, yeah, by friends. And then next we have LMAO, loving my ass off. You hear right. That video, LMAO. I can't stop laughing. But it seems a bit rude with the word ASS. But you can also change it using the real words like butt. Loving my butt off. But I know it doesn't sound right as well, but here we go. You can choose which one you wanna try to use, okay? Now let's shadow them. Okay, I want you to repeat after me so you are get used to how to pronounce it. Okay. BTW, by the way. DM, direct message. BFF, best friends forever. LMAO, loving my ass off. You can say but if you want to keep it clean, okay? And then, now you can understand TikTok. Comments like a pro. I'm sure you are now. Okay, now a few that are more formal. Now we learn something that are more formal and used in different situations, such as AKA, also known as he's John, aka Mr. Coffee Talk. Yeah. Or maybe you heard like Dwayne Johnson, the actor. Yeah, Dwayne Johnson, aka The Rock, also known as The Rock. Okay? And then RSVP, répondez s'il vous plaît. It's a French language, means please reply. You'll see this on invitations. For example, RSVP by Jude 10. Yes, you're right. Like you might see this in one of the invitations for a wedding, for example, or a launching event, webinar, or some seminar that needs to be certain about the number of participants. So that's why they have this RSVP. Next, we also have SOS, Save Our Souls. I think it's the most common, yeah? It's used in emergencies. Of course, like the one that you saw on the movie, basically, when someone tried to ask for help in the disaster, the natural disasters like flood or I don't know, fire, and they try to send a signal or write a letter SOS, save our souls. It's used in emergency, like the real emergency, yeah? Not like out of coffee emergencies, definitely. And then CEO, Chief Executive Officer. She's the CEO of her own company. Yeah, I think this word, this title, it means a lot of us because it's showing the formal title of a person in a job that usually be the head of the company. So people love to have this title in front of their name, definitely. And then next we have, okay, before going on the next, let's try the shadow like the previous one. Repeat after me, yeah? AKA, also known as. RSVP, please reply. SOS, save our souls. And last one, CEO, Chief Executive Officer. Great, awesome. Alright, superstars, that's a wrap for today's episode of Coffee Talk English. You learn acronyms, practice repeating, and now you can chat like a native, I believe so. So now I'll give you some challenge before we meet for the episode 3 next week. Please use 3 acronyms in your next message, comment, or even when talking to yourself, okay? Examples. OMG, that's cute. BRB, making tea. Or FYI, a new episode tomorrow. Who loves who loves to watch the Netflix series and waiting for the next episode to come. Yeah, you can use this for FYI, new episode tomorrow, okay? And then if you love this episode, definitely share it with a friend or your BFL. And thank you for listening so far. I know there's a lot of lack in this podcast, yet it's a start for me making this. But I really want to thank you guys to stay tuned till the end of this episode. I hope this will help you to be more relaxed, chill in speaking English, because I understand sometimes the burden itself, it's not the knowledge of English, but the pressure, the burden that we have every time we want to speak an English word that can make us sound less fluent. Okay, so I hope this lesson can also be the way for you to improve your pronunciation, your fluency, your confidence. That's the important part. So, yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Until then, stay chill, keep learning, and speak with heart. Bye for now. BRB in the next episode. Bye bye.